jersey off.
I think I'm probably like everybody else, a bit surprised and stunned.
I hate to see a great player like that leave the game.
Nobody's had to go through what he's had to go through. I respect the hell out of him.
The NFL world continues to absorb the news that stunned just about everyone on Saturday. Andrew Luck, frustrated in part by injury, announced his retirement after 7 NFL seasons. It was also following the best statistical season of his career. Here is fellow quarterback Aaron Rodgers on Andrew's decision.
I thought it was pretty disgusting. He's making a really tough decision. When I think about it, I thought it would have been, more of a standing ovation type thing and a thank you than boos. I 100% respect him immensely for his decision. I salute him for choosing, quality of life. He's a fantastic player. He had a great career, and he's got a lot to be proud of. I think what he did is actually very selfless, not selfish.
Well, to be clear, and he probably cleared that up, when he says disgusting, he's talking about the fans who booed Andrew Luck at the preseason game over the weekend after the news leaked out. Certainly not about Andrew's decision, because as you heard what Aaron had to say, he said, I tip my cap. Look, I have a hard time understanding the criticism here. He's 29. He made a decision for right now that's best for him, for his family, for his body. I don't think there's anything more to be said, except we were all shocked and surprised.
I think that's what it is, though. It's the shock and surprise, especially from the fan base. Had he made this decision in March, then the fans may feel different. And he makes it a week and a half before the season starts, and they hear about it in the stadium. He's there, and people start to react. And I feel like in the next several days, it'll calm down a little bit, and people will realize, okay, we're in good hands with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. We got a nice team around us. Let's go out there and see what Frank Wright and the boys can do.
And Key, I hear you, but you can't make a decision. You said this yesterday. You can't make a decision in March without information that you don't have or that will change.
No, you can't. But the fan base is reacting to that decision that was made on Saturday.
Yeah.
And people that are foolish out there criticizing him, I feel they're just stupid. Like, why would you criticize a man for taking care of his body?
I think that's a better explanation, to be candid.
It's a shame, but to retire the way he did, it took a lot of courage.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It took a lot of courage. And you saw the emotion even when he was talking about the decision and all the things that he had to go through to get to that point. It was a courageous thing to do. The fans to boo him, I think it's unbelievably, just, I can't even think about.
That surprised me more, to be honest, in the decision.
Home team. It's the home team, and they're booing their quarterback that had been there and taken all those hits and put the team in a position to be a winning team. So for me, it's shameful for them to boo him like that. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, to Key's point, though, they're in the moment, right? I mean, you're at a game. Maybe you've had a drink,
a few cocktails.
You know what I mean? So I don't think to judge a fan base based on how they behaved in a 30-second stretch there when they were in shock, I think is probably unfair. Obviously, it would have been better, as Aaron Rodgers said, if they had given him an ovation. And I'm sure most of the fans, given a couple days to think about it, feel that way about him, sort of, would thank him for what he did. I mean, in the first 5 years of his career, no quarterback took more hits, right? The first 5 years of his career, only one team in the league used more offensive line combinations. Like he took it for that team and for those people, and he paid the price. So I think, criticizing the fans, I don't feel like criticizing fans. It's just kind of,
and it's not, let's be clear, it's not all 75,000 in the stadium.
Of course not.
It's just a handful in a dome, on TV. It's loud. I didn't even realize that they were booing him based on the retirement. I thought they were just booing because they played bad or something. And no, because I
know.
know.
He with the ultimate benefit of the doubt.
I'm like, oh, okay, they're booing because they played bad or something. And then I learned that later that they were booing him because of the announcement.
They got extremely disappointing news. I mean, they're excited about their season, right? And here, this guy's going to lead us, and now he's walking away from us. You feel betrayed.
But a huge part of that disappointing news is that he's not healthy enough to play. Which is why he made this decision. But I said this to Rob. When you juxtapose the difference between Andrew Luck's retirement, if you will, it is a retirement, and Rob Gronkowski's for now, it's totally different. I mean, to your point, Rob went out really the ultimate way, the ultimate on his terms with 3 Super Bowl rings. Andrew Luck's an entirely different situation. Not only is he 29, he's a quarterback. With these days, you could play a long time. And he's won no Super Bowls. He hasn't checked those big boxes. So Does he make a comeback when he has time to recoup and recover?
You know, it's interesting because I've been asked this question obviously ever since, and I feel like, because if you go back and you look, Dan and Rob, quarterbacks are like coaches. They can't get enough. If you think about it, they keep coming back. I remember Vinny Testaverde was like in his 29th year, picked up the phone, he wound up going back to Carolina. Quarterbacks just, for whatever reason, they want to come back, whether it's Brett Favre or any of these guys. I feel like when he steps away and he heals and he starts to feel good, and Jacoby Brissett is playing quarterback and it may or may not go good, and Frank Wright and general manager and owner sitting there and they're saying, hey, how do you feel? He will start to get that itch again, because it's going to happen. He's an athlete, he's a human, and I know he's a little bit different and he likes to do other things, but when someone's picking up that phone and they're trying to get you to come back and you see that you can help those teammates, and he loves football, there's no question about it, and he feels good, there's a chance that I believe he'll come back.
All right, we'll see. And Matt Overton, who played 5 seasons with the Colts, he's now with the Jags. As the long snapper tweeted this on Monday. To any angry Colts season ticket holders who are seeking a refund, I'd be more than happy to buy your season tickets off you and donate them to Riley Children's patients and their families. I'm serious. All love, Matt. You talk about lemonade out of lemons right there. Good for you.